Alrighty, guys, welcome to our third playoff preview of the Noxus postseason. I'm going to be taking a look into Imagine Esports, your number 1 seed versus Bronze X Penguins, the 6 seed, who have made it to the semifinals. So this is going to be our first semifinals played, I believe. And although the seeds look pretty lopsided, I expect it to be a really interesting series nonetheless, whether or not that it is close. I'm joined by Imagine Esports players Laigoss 2000, aka Alex, and then Reesie, aka I don't know. But
My name
they are
is Reese. So.
Reese. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm joined by Reese and Alex, and we're going to be diving a little bit into Imagine Esports inaugural season and their playoff match coming up. So, first of all, we got to talk about you guys this season. 12-2 record. I will say the 12-2 was a little bit in jeopardy at the end. I watched the stream. But if you guys had those 2 games versus Nakoma back, would it be a 14-0?
Probably.
Was that?
I had personal shit going on with my girlfriend at the time,
Okay.
and she was causing drama pretty much the day of.
So even your
So I
4
wasn't full
teammates
focus.
could not carry you?
No, I made the game unwinnable by turbo inting.
Turbo inting? Okay.
I died 23 times in 2 games. That's pretty. So
You're telling me this is not a normal thing?
correct. It's not normal.
Nice.
I don't even think I don't even know if I have 23 deaths the rest of the season.
Okay, Alex, you have to fact check him on all of the stuff that he's spewing during this.
That is fact. That is fact. It was.
Do I
it
have?
was-
Alex,
there
you're
was-
quiet. Fix your mic.
Hang on.
Alex,
That was,
Alex, okay.
is that better?
Yeah, I thought you went outside or something.
No. That is a fact check. That is facts. Before the game even started, like, there was a lot of tension in Reese's voice, and then when we started getting into like talking about
I
our
wanted to
opponent,
FF the second game.
he was, yeah, his mind was in a whole different place, and it
I
was like
wasn't
he
in the
did
game.
not, he didn't even want to be there. He's just like, dude, I just don't, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even want to play that game actually. I wanted to find a sub, but it was too last minute to find a sub to replace me. So, and
Yep.
it's kind of first week, so I kind of need to make my appearance, whether it be bad or not.
I am a secondary jungle main, but
Nice.
Yeah, but
So
we didn't have an extra play. We didn't have an
Yeah.
extra player, so.
Gotcha.
I didn't think I'd want Reese on support during that match.
So you
That
guys
would've been
are taking on the number 6 seed Bronze X Penguins. They did upset Nakoma, the team that beat you guys. They did upset them in the quarters.
Great team.
So yeah, you'll be taking them on during the regular season. You guys 2-0'd them, and it wasn't really close. Do you expect this to change for playoffs? Do you have a newfound respect for them that they won the quarters?
I mean, I never really lost respect for them because all the guys on the team are nice guys.
Yeah.
And they play really well as a team. We went, Fade and I actually went over their team play the other day, and he's like, pretty much every single time they draft for team fight. So that's what we're gonna be looking for. We're gonna be looking at their draft, and it's probably gonna be a team fight draft, and we're probably gonna have to look around that.
Now, is your tendency when you see a draft like that to attack it in your own draft or to focus specific lanes in game? Like, do you guys have your own champs that you're just going to pick no matter what, and then you attack certain lanes based on what they like to play, or is it a draft-related response that you would have to that?
It'll probably be a draft related response. I don't really want to give away too many
Yeah, of course.
specifics because we have some. I feel we have some advantages that we can use to get around that. Just from our like champion pools, and nobody's seen the full depth of my champion pool yet or Goonballs, so there might be some surprises coming up.
Okay.
Oh, same for me.
Yeah, they all think Alex wants to play Thresh. Alex got more than that.
But if they don't, you know,
they don't ban it.
I am a Thresh main. I love Thresh as for everybody at home. I modded for BunnyFuFuu. I'm friends with BunnyFuFuu. So that whole connection
Alex,
between
you're cool.
that hey. So with that whole connection allowed me to play Thresh in a different way, and it is a major comfort pick for me. But my champ pool for being a support main, there's so many different ones that I haven't even bothered playing even in the season or even, you know, in a while. But I'm solid. But Bronze X Penguins, they out of a team perspective, they showed themselves, and I was a bit intimidated by them at first, but I feel like their communication is close to ours, but not there, but is there in a different aspect.
I feel that they actually communicate better as a team, as in like they all listen, and
Mhm.
we don't. Versus sometimes we go do silly things in the jungle. Mostly you and I. Like I'll go do something that I think is gonna work because I think I can just mechanically outplay the situation, and then sometimes I die doing so.
And then there's times where I just strong arm you. That Chaco and Bard play, that was probably the best one of the
I'm not.
season.
I'm not the one that said you were instinct. That was faded.
Yeah, well.
And then we just turned it around because that was the no man left behind situation.
So the Penguins have been pretty open. I talked to a Psychopez last week. I actually did my playoff preview with him for their match versus Nakomi. They've been pretty open about admitting that they're not the best mechanical players. Individual skill is something that they kind of have to make up for with communication. Is that something you guys notice, or are they skilled enough as a team and coordinated enough as a team to kind of overwhelm that skill deficit they may have?
The communication part, I would have to agree. Like, I immediately saw how laning phase was and how they were. I immediately knew that this was just going to be a communication-based team, and the whole self-preserved on the champion itself, that's going to come later.
Mm.
So in the next upcoming match, I feel like I'm going to see a little more of the individual of that champion and how they are, because if not, I just see them as a communication. They've boosted and helped their communication a lot more, which that I feel like will give them a hand.
For sure.
Yeah. So during their matches against us, their AD carry actually wasn't present, and they had a sub. But
Ooh, yeah.
Alien Roll tried his best, or Alien Ron Roll, however it's supposed to be pronounced.
Aileron roll. Yeah.
Yeah. He tried his best. As long as the guys had fun. Yeah, but I think with their AD carry back for our playoff series, I think their communication will go up a little slightly because they have their synergy back.
Mm-hmm.
But also, based on the way they draft, it kind of tells me that they play around communication. I also noticed during their game, even with the sub in, that if one of them makes a call, even if the call is bad, they still all rotate to it because that's just the way the team game is played.
That's the way to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we follow Alex even when he says he's going to do pike things.
I do pike things, bard things, thresh things.
Just doing bard things.
I literally, I tell him, I said, don't worry about me, I'm good. I do my own thing.
So speaking of Alex, I was at the gym the other night, and I kept getting notifications on my phone. Ansem was pinging everybody, telling us that BunnyFuFuu was in our chat and it was due to you. So you've become a little bit of a celebrity over the last couple of days here. How did you get to be a mod on his stream? Were you interested in his Thresh play and sought to aspire that way, or did he just as a person and as a player in the pro scene stick out to you, or how did that develop?
All around, throughout the years that I've actually seen Bunny and how he is, I went through a very dark time, and I'm not gonna get into that, but he played a huge part in getting out of it. And so I was in college, and I was able to stop by one of his streams finally. And from that point, I said I'd make a goal to do hashtag Road to 1 million, and that is where I go to 1 million bits on his Twitch. So from there, it just everything just happened, and I got to play with him on some normal games. I played TFT with him. Been in some of his videos. In fact, my last video that I made on my YouTube channel, we did a duo and Nerf, and just overall, we've kicked it for 3 years. And just when Reese told me, hey, I need to support you down, I was like, you know what, yeah. And then being in this community for this whole season, I didn't know how it was going to go or how it was. I didn't know that this community was like this. This is absolutely a fantastic first time ever doing something like this. And I was talking with Bunny as you guys were doing the stream, and I was like, hey, you know what? Come in. So he came in, and
Did he have any feedback for the stream or the games that were going on? Obviously, they weren't like super high level games, golds and plats playing, but did he have any feedback about that?
I did. He watched, as far as I know, off stream, like on another
Gotcha.
monitor. But
Yeah.
he was in the bit a little busy with some YouTube content. But I will be sure to ask him
Dude,
and get that.
if you guys make finals, can we expect him to drop by again and root for you, Alex?
To be honest, we're about to have a special guest right now.
Ooh.
No, special guest. Oh my god.
Wait, so Reesie, are you the main guy that talks your team through Champ Select? Do you prepare drafts beforehand? What's your role like
okay,
as captain?
As far as draft coordination goes, I make sure that the team isn't running on faded time. That's a running joke in our community that faded likes. If we have 3 minutes, faded will try and stretch those 3 minutes as long as it can.
Wait, so what does that mean? Is that like in game?
Okay, so if there's
terminology,
3
or-
minutes, if we still have 3 minutes left before we're supposed to lock in, like we're supposed to be somewhere, like if we're supposed to be in, if say our match is at 9
Okay.
Eastern, and it's 8:57, Fade will be like, we still got 3 minutes. And we call it running on faded time because he'll say he'll say he's having like technical issues and he'll be joking or something, or he'll say he has to go eat or something, and then he'll come back like at the last possible minute.
That's funny. So that plays into your. That's something you have to keep in mind when organizing
Yeah,
the team.
we all basically just keep him straight. But to be fair, Faded is 15, and I remember when I was 15.
Prodigy.
So, yeah, we call Alex named him Lift Double.
Lift
He's
double.
not gonna go 0-6 at Worlds.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, but back to the draft thing. No, Fade and I usually plan drafts several days ahead.
Okay.
I think the last time we played against BXP, I think we planned a week ahead,
Okay.
and we just executed on the draft. Like the last time we played against them, we just targeted Mansford's champion pool because he's basically like a 2-trick. With
Yeah.
he mostly plays Silas and Cassidon, and we forced them to first pick the Silas, which gives us an advantage during our second game against them when we played against them during week 4?
Week 4, yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Mansberg, he took the first team in the All-Star voting, and Goonball took second team. Do you think Goon got robbed?
I mean, no, Goon gets the privilege of playing with me again. What do you mean?
Dude,
No, I don't think Mansford's a bad player. I think we drafted around him correctly. But
Sure.
I think it's actually I don't think Goonball necessarily got robbed. I'm actually kind of surprised to not see Cyanide in there either, because Cyanide is also good mechanically. Goonball once said that Cyanide reminds him of a younger version of himself.
Yeah, Goonball's what, like 35 or something. I remember playing with him back in the old days, like a number of years ago. I was on a team with him, and he played AD carry at the time, so I kind of remember his personality.
He's technically still an AD carry man, but we just make him play mid. But he seems to enjoy playing mid lane, so.
Do any of you guys know each other in person that are currently on the team besides you and maybe Laigoss?
I've known Alex for a few years, but I've never actually had the privilege of meeting him because I live in British Columbia and Alex lives in Colorado, so.
Okay.
And Faded's from Alberta, so and I've also known our top laner for a while. I used to play solo queue with him.
Okay. So pretty much everybody but Goonball kind of knew of each other.
Well, actually, I met Faded this year, and I met Goonball at the start of the season, pretty much. So pretty much the same time. So we've been working on synergy the entire time, but like Faded plays really consistent, and Faded enjoys playing weak side, and I also enjoy not playing for bottom. But that's okay because Alex likes roaming. So.
Gotcha. So, a couple last questions regarding your matchup versus the Bronze X Penguins. If you guys are to drop a game, what is your biggest worry? What is a part of their game or a strength that they have that may be potentially difficult for you to handle?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they They team fight. They team fight like pretty consistently as a team, and they like drafting Wombo.
Okay.
But
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
but I give
what do
you,
you got, Alex?
I give you, the one and only
You found a bunny?
BunnyFuFuu. There he is.
Hey everybody. Dude, super cool to have you, BunnyFuFuu. I help run the Casual Esports Amateur League here, and Laigoss actually, I believe, invited you to the stream. And when you dropped in, our entire admin and everybody who's watching freaked out. They're like, "Dude, did we make it as a league? Is this like,
Did we make it?
is this peak League of Legends amateur league organizing?" So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Laigoss became a little bit of a celebrity in our league. So yeah,
What do you mean? He's always been a celebrity.
always been a celebrity. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, Laigoss, my boy.
Nice, dude. Yeah, he told us a little bit about how he started modding for your stream and aspired to be as good of a Thresh and has utterly failed. Is still working on it.
It's in the works.
Yeah. No, as I was curious. I asked him before if you had any feedback on like the stream, or if you dive into amateur leagues at all, or if you do this kind of thing often for other people.
I think the coolest thing you guys could probably do is to differentiate yourself from the bigger guys is probably more interaction with chat, just because you have the capability of doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You're throwing up polls, memeing, all that kind of stuff.
Dude, that's what I like to hear. I kind of tried to make that a little bit of priority, but since we're all volunteers, like time is difficult. But yeah, I love to encourage the other division leaders to kind of invest in the league in kind of a interactive, super fun way. So
Well, I'm glad I was able to get that.
yeah, dude. So
Done.
Alex promised, or Laigoss promised, that he's going to make finals, and he told me that you were going to be 100% stopping by to watch his final series if they do. So
For the finals, yes.
like everybody's so happy to have like a pro player stopping by and checking out the Seal stream. So
Bunny, by the way, that there is playoffs tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. So
there's
Okay.
semifinals.
I thought you were going to say AM. I was going to shit myself.
no, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. There's our first playoff game. We had our first bye, so tomorrow we.
I wouldn't be waking up at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m.
Yeah, so Bunny,
Just don't lose and we'll be good.
yeah, so Laigoss is playing his semis tomorrow, and then finals is going to be afterwards. So be super
And
cool.
I made
if you would
All-Star
drop by the
Pro
stream.
Team number 2, I guess.
Yes, so Laigoss got on the second All-Pro, and by pro we mean Casual Esports Amateur League Pro. Which is like, Bunny, before you go, what is your top 3 Thresh tips? I want to see you within the next 30 seconds make Laigoss twice as good as Thresh as he is right now.
Alright, deal. Thresh. Honestly, they're more so generic tips, but don't be afraid to die.
I think you nailed that one.
Always know where you're...
I think he's already checked that box off.
I'm good at that one. I know. I use the terrain. That's another one.
Always know where your 80 carry is so you can have the juicy W waiting for him. If you think about it, realistically, that ability is just broken. I think Lantern's his best ability, believe it or not.
I mean, that's why it got nerfed, right?
That's why I saved your ass so many times, Reese.
What do you mean? I'm a jungle man. It's your job.
Yeah, you're right.
Your job is to stop me from inting.
And only get 1 point in Flay and treat it as a CC/interrupt rather than anything else.
Max Q or W?
Yes.
Max Q, yeah. Then W.
I
So
max
you max
Q.
W second though?
Yes, because also not only that, it's the enhanced based auto. And if you enhance that even more, you're just gonna either end up taking the kills from the ADC, and you don't want to do that.
I mean, that's not so much of an issue, but
I don't take kills from ADC. I get my ADC fed.
I gotta go record some more vids.
Awesome. Sounds good. Good to have you. Come check out the
Hell
finals. Laigoss is going to be killing it. His team is supposed to win the whole thing.
Hell yeah. Laigoss, no pressure, buddy.
Yeah.
But I'm also streaming Phasmophobia drunk tonight. I've had a couple of drinks already.
Sounds like good playoff prep to me.
Alright, later, guys.
Later. Last question for you guys. Is it going to be the 2-0, or do you think they put up a fight and take a game?
Okay, well, as
This is-
we always say, imagine
this is
either
gonna
goes
be the
2-0 or
ego.
0-2. So
Yeah, This is going to be the team spirit
they
ego.
make the series first,
It's either
or-
2-0 or nothing. 2-0 or
Yeah,
nothing.
It's 2-0 or 0-2. That's how this works.
Yep.
That's how our entire season works.
So if you lose game 1, it's doomed.
If we lose game 1, most likely, yeah. We fill on it as
If we
2-0
lose
or
game 1, we
nothing.
just FF. I was joking.
Unless we got Scattercat to take just Elder, okay? Then
Or
No,
equal with
that only
FF.
works. That only works against ATS. Sorry.
okay.
Or equal.
No,
On
no
par.
offense to ATS. That was one hell of a strong team to go against.
Yeah, dude. There's a pretty good chance they meet you guys in finals. It'd be fun.
You know what? That's gonna be one hell of a
Actually-
game.
Cyanide doesn't want to hear this, but Owlbears are gonna win the series.
Hey, Cyanite, coming deep down from a Thresh support main here. I love you. I love your mid lane and Goomball. Don't. I know you're gonna hear this too. Don't freak out. Okay, my heart for you is still the same. But giving credit to Cyanite, he is a damn good fucking mid laner when he wants to be.
I mean, I don't think Cyanide's issue is mechanical. I think he's got a little bit too much ego. But we'll see. He has two new teammates, so we'll see if they can help him out. It's not the Cyanide show anymore. It's the Ape show.
Guys, I love the vibes. That's going to do it for playoff preview number 3. Thanks so much for joining us, Alex and Reese. We will catch you guys in your semifinal series tomorrow, Thursday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. It'll be streamed, as all the Noxus matches will be, because we're the best division in the entire league.
Correct.
I'll catch you guys later.